Bonjour et bienvenue dans le cours de français. Hello everyone and welcome to the French class. The topic for today's class is le conditionnel. So we would be studying the conditional present tense in this session. But for those of you who are joining for the first time with me, my name is Anika Seth and I am an educator on Unacademy for French language CBSE grade 9 and 10. So, as you know, that the live classes are going on for all the subjects on the Unacademy Plus platform, that is the Plus course on Unacademy. So, if you register or subscribe for the Plus course, you would be able to attend the Plus classes, the live classes for all the subjects, as all these topics, what we are doing over here, they have been covered already in the Plus classes, and also lot of study material and the worksheets, practice questions, everything that we are doing in the plus classes. Also, there are doubt clearing sessions as well, so that you are able to practice and clear out your doubts. So it is highly beneficial so that you can score better results in your exams and you can study in a organized in a regular way and clear your doubts side by side. So there is extensive exhaustive coverage of the syllabus along with the, like I said, doubt clearing classes, quiz test series, and the practice questions, worksheets, exercises, etc. So if you haven't subscribed for the Plus course as yet, I recommend that you go to the Unacademy Learning app and register yourself for the Plus course. So you can also see my referral code over here below on the screen, that is Anika Live. So if you put this referral code, you are eligible for many other benefits as well on the subscription of the Plus course. So right now let's get started with the topic what we are doing over here, that is le conditionnel. So what is first of all the conditional tense? Why it is used? In what all situations it is used? How do we form the verbs? How do we conjugate the verbs in the conditional tense? That is what we will see over here. So firstly, conditional tense, the meaning. The present conditional tense is used to express a hypothetical situation, a wish, or a desire. So, hypothetical situation means something which is not true at the moment, which is not true at the moment. That is a hypothetical situation, an imaginary situation, right? Then a wish or a desire. So, wish or desire, something that we hope for, something that we wish that this should happen, right? So, like in English, we can translate this to would or could. For example, if I say that if I were rich, I would travel. If I were rich, I would travel. Now, I would travel is a hypothetical situation. It is a wish, it is a desire that if I was rich, if I were rich, then I would travel. So, this part is not the current situation, but it is a hypothetical situation that if I were rich, if I had money, if I was able to afford it, I would travel. So this would is called the conditional tense over here, conditional present tense over here, right? Then also, if you see the second example, if I won the lotto, I would buy a big house. If I won the lotto, I would buy a big house. So if I won the lottery or the lotto, then I would buy a big house, right? So my buying the house is not the current situation. It is not true at the moment, but it is a wish, it is a desire, it is a imaginary situation that if I won the lottery, then I would have that much money to buy a big house. So I would buy a big house is an imaginary situation. If I won the lottery is a imaginary situation. So over here in this case, the conditional present tense is used because we are not talking about the past, we are not talking about the future, we are not talking about the present. So future in this case also it is with a condition that if I were rich, if I won the lottery. So over here there is a condition attached and we are talking about our wish, our desire, or a hypothetical situation, right? So that is what is the use of the conditional tense, that we use it to express hypothetical situations, wishes, or desires. Then in English, it translates to would or could. And like the example which I just gave you, if I were rich, I would travel. So I can also say, if I had money, I would buy a big car, right? If I were rich, I would buy a big car. So all these are the hypothetical situations that I am building up in my mind, that if this was the case, this would happen. If this was the case, this would happen. So all of these, none of this is true right now. And in the future also, it is uncertain that whether it will be true or not, that my wish will actually come true or not. So that is why this is expressed through the conditional present tense, right? Now, the conjugation of the verbs in the conditional tense. The conjugation of the verbs in the conditional tense, how the verbs are formed and conjugated in the conditionnel présent. So, over here, first we take the stem of the future simple form of the verb. We take the stem of the future simple form of the verb. Then we add the endings of the imperfect to the stem of the verb. So, for example, if it is an er verb, the stem of the verb is same as the infinitive of the verb, right? So over here, like it is aime, this is the future simple stem of the verb. The endings of the conditionnel are the endings of the imperfect. So this is composed of two things. First is the stem of the future simple form of the verb plus the endings of the imperfect. So imperfect endings are what? AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, and AIENT. Right? These are the endings of the imperfect. So when we take the future simple stem of this verb, aime, we mean that this is the infinitive form of the verb, because when we conjugate verb aime in the future simple, the conjugation of the verb is AIMER AI. This one. AIMER AI. This is the stem of the verb. And this is the conjugation of the verb in the future simple form. Now we take the same stem, that is the infinitive of the verb. Then we put the ending with j AIS, with thu AIS, with illel AIT, nu IONS, vu IEZ, illel plural AIENT. Right? So after putting these endings, this gives us the complete conjugation of the verbs in the conditional present tense. Like over here, first one, this becomes j'aimerais, tu aimerais, il aimerait, nous aimerions, vous aimeriez, elle aimerait. Okay. So over here, while I am conjugating the verb over here, this conjugation has become aimerait, tu aimerais, elle aimerait, nous aimerions, vous aimeriez, and elle aimerait. So we start with the future simple stem of the verb, that is the infinitive only, because what is the formation of the future simple? How do we conjugate er verbs in the future simple form? We take the infinitive of the er verb, then we add the endings of the future simple along with the verb. So over here also we are taking the infinitive of the verb, that is aime. After that we are adding the endings AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, and AIENT. Right? Next is verb finir, IR verb. Verb finir, which is an IR verb. So in case of IR verbs, again the stem of the future sample is the infinitive of the verb itself, because when we conjugate an IR verb in the future sample tense, we take the infinitive of the verb plus we add the endings of the future sampler. So finir plus the endings of the future sampler, ai, as, a, and so on. Over here also, we take the stem as the future sampler form of the verb, which is the same as infinitive finir, plus we add the endings ais, ais, ait, ions, iez, aient. So this becomes je finirai, tu finirais, il finirait, nous finirions, vous finiriez, elle finirait. Okay. Now the thing is that these endings are same as imperfect. So there is a possibility that we might get confused that how we will identify which one is imperfect, which one is conditional. So if you remember how the imperfect conjugations are formed, for example, let's take this verb aimer only and form the three conjugations future simple, imparfait, and conditionnel, which is written over here. So in the future simple, infinitive of the verb plus the endings, that is ai, as, a, ons, ez, and ont. So this would become aimerait without this s, aimerait, aimera without this I, and so on. That is the future sample form of the verb. Next, if we look at the imperfect of the verb, the imperfect conjugation of the verb aimer, how we form the imperfect? We conjugate the verb with nous and then we remove the ons. Then we put the endings of the imperfect, that is ais, ait, ions, iez, and aient. Okay. So after removing ons, we are left with what? AIM. We are left with AIM. After AIM, we put the ending AIS. So the spelling, the conjugation in case of imperfect and the conjugation in case of conditional présent is completely different. It is similar, but it is not the same. So this is how we can identify that the verb, whether it is conjugated in imperfect or it is conjugated in the conditional présent. Because with imperfect, the infinitive of the verb is not there. It's only the part of the verb which remains after we remove ons. But over here, the infinitive of the verb is used, aimer, and then we add the endings of the imperfect. So j'aimerais, tu aimerais, elle aimerait, nous aimerions, vous aimeriez, elle aimerait. Then with IR verb also same thing. Je finirai, tu finirais, elle finirait, nous finirions, vous finiriez, elle finirait. So same thing with IR verbs also. When we conjugate the verb finir in the future sample form, we take the infinitive of the verb finir. After that, we add the endings. So if this is future sample, s won't be there. It is only this part of the verb. If this is future sample, this I won't be there. Only as, the ending of the verb. So future sample is clear. Let's come to imperfect now, of verb finir. So imperfect conjugation is formed by taking the nous form present tense of the verb, then removing ons, replacing it with the endings. So when we put verb finir in the present tense nous form, it is finissant, double s ons at the end. Out of that, when you remove ons, you are still left with fini After that, you add the endings. After fini we add the endings. So this one fini ais. double S A I S. So finisse would be the form of the verb in the imparfait, whereas finire is the form of the verb in the conditionnel présent. So although the endings are the same, but the conjugation of the verb is not the same because this tense, the conditional tense is taking the infinitive, that means the future simple stem of the verb. But imparfait is taking the present tense new form of the verb without the ons. So that is the difference in these two conjugations. Then last one is verb vendre, which is an re verb. So for re verbs, the stem of the future simple, what is the stem? We remove the e and then we put the endings of the future sample, right? We remove the e and we put the endings of the future sample. So over here, removing e, we are left with vendr, with which when we put the ending, this is ais with j, ais with q, ait with ill, ions with nu, iez with vu, aient with ill, plural. So je vendrai, tu vendrais, il vendrait, nous vendrions, vous vendriez, il vendrait. Right? Je vendrai, tu vendrais, il vendrait, nous vendrions, vous vendriez, il vendrait. So over here, same thing. When we remove the e from this verb, that is, we take the stem of the future sampler. After that, we need to add the endings. If this verb was conjugated in the future sampler, it would have been vendrai without the s, here without the I, here ending is only a, vondra, and so on. So future sampler form endings are different. Conditionnel ending is different. Imparfait, if we had to conjugate this verb in the imparfait, then with nous, what is the conjugation? It is vendons. It is vendons. So you remove ons and we will then add the ending. So this R won't be there in the imparfait conjugation. Right? So over here, the conjugations are similar, but the differences which are there in the spellings, we need to be careful with the spellings of the verbs because endings are same, but the conjugations are not the same. It is the first part that we take from future. Second part that we take from imparfait is what forms the complete conjugation of the verb. Right? Okay, next. ER and IR verbs retain their infinitives as the stem. So the same explanation that ER, IR verbs, in case of ER and IR verbs, the infinitive of the verb is retained as the stem of the verb. Like je danserai toute la nuit si je le pouvais. I would dance all night if I could. Je danserai toute la nuit si je le pouvais. So danserai, this verb is conjugated in the conditionnel présent. How this is conjugated? Verb danser, er verb, take the infinitive of the verb only because in the future sample also when we conjugate we take the infinitive. So the stem of the verb is the infinitive of the verb. Je danserai. Ending is AIS because the imperfect ending with je is AIS. So infinitive plus imperfect ending becomes danserai toute la nuit si je le pouvais. I would dance all night if I could. So this also in what situation we are using? It is a hypothetical situation that if I could dance, I would do it all night. So danserai verb we have put in the conditionnel présent. Then next one, est-ce que tu choisirais les chartes noires ou la bleue? Est-ce que tu choisirais les chartes noires ou le bleu? So choisirais, verb choisir, IR verb. Infinitive of the verb is the stem, that is CHOISIR. Infinitive of the verb is the stem of the future simple, because for IR verbs also we take the infinitive and then we put the endings of the future sample. So over here also Shwazir is the stem plus the ending with you, which is also AIS. So would you choose the black scarf or the blue one? Would you choose? So choisirais in the conditionnel phrasal. Then il le mangerait s'il avait encore faim. Il le mangerait, he would eat it if he was still hungry. So he would eat it over here, verb eat, manger, ER verb. So GR verb also comes under ER verbs. The infinitive of the verb is the stem of the future simple. So we take verb manger, add the ending, that is AIT, with subject pronoun il. So this becomes il le mangerait s'il avait encore faim. So if we conjugate this verb danser in the future simple, this will be danserait. Here this will be tu choisiras, I won't be there. Il mangera, this IT won't be there. Okay, this will be the conjugation in the future simple. If we conjugate these verbs in the imperfect, then this ER won't be there in danser, because over here when we conjugate verb danser with nous, the conjugation is nous dansons, DANSONS. Okay, so when we remove ONS and we put AIS as the ending of the imperfect, the conjugation would be je danse, whereas here it is danserai, because first part is of the future simple stem, second part is the imperfect ending. Same way here also, tu choisirais. If this was in the imperfect, what would have been the conjugation? Choisir, present tense, with nous, choisissons, remove ONS, and you will put the ending as IONS, choisissions. But over here we are taking the complete stem of the future sample, which is the infinitive choisir, right? So this one is the infinitive choisir. That is why choisir followed by the ending AIS is a different conjugation than the imperfect. So this one I'm explaining again because many a times we tend to make a mistake in writing the spellings of the imperfect or the conditional because the endings are the same. And the same thing with future simple and conditional because the stem is the same. But over there endings are different. So these three tenses have to be uh, clear, very much clear, so that you are able to conjugate, you are able to identify that which verb is given in which tense. Okay. Then next one is nous aimerions étudier le français. Nous aimerions étudier le français. We would like to study French. We would like to study French. So verb aimer, stem of the verb is the infinitive verb aimer. Étudier le français. So aimer plus IONS as the ending of the imperfect becomes nous aimerions étudier le français. In the future simple, aimeront, I is not there in the future simple ending, it is only ONS. Imperfect, ER is not there, that is aimions. So just a difference of even one alphabet, the conjugation is changing. Here the ending is IONS, whereas in the future sample ending is only ONS. So aimeront, aimerions, these two are different tenses. And if we remove this er also from here, because if we conjugate in the imparfait, then aimillon. So that means we have to be clear that which tense is used as the imparfait, like what is the conjugation in the imparfait, what is the conjugation in the future simple and in the conditionnel présent. Then vous finiriez votre travail si vous n'étiez pas paresseux. Vous finiriez votre travail si vous n'étiez pas paresseux. So you would finish your work if you were not lazy. You would finish your work if you were not lazy. So you would finish verb finir in the conditionnel, conjugation finir, stem of the verb plus IEZ. So you would finish if you weren't lazy, but like this is not the actual case, so it is a hypothetical situation that you would finish your work if you were not lazy. So over here, just along with the conjugation, see the context also in which it is being used. Like this one I explained. Tu choisirais les chars noirs ou la bleue. So over here also. Il mangerait s'il avait encore faim. Nous aimerions étudier le français. So nous aimerions étudier also is a wish. It is a desire that we would like to study French. Then last one, il partirait plus tard s'il ne travaillait pas demain. That they would leave late if they didn't work tomorrow. They would leave late, but that is not the case right now. That is not the case right now. It is just a hypothetical situation that they would leave late if they didn't work tomorrow. So, in all these sentences, the thing that we need to note is first of all the conjugation, secondly, the context in which we are using, so that we are able to know that the conditional tense exactly is used in which kinds of sentences. Then is DRE and RE verbs. DRE and RE verbs which drop the E at the end of the infinitive. DRE and RE verbs drop the E at the end of the infinitive because the future simple form also of these verbs is the same, that is without E. So if we look at the first sentence, je répondrai si je connaissais la réponse. I would reply if I knew the answer. So I would reply if I knew the answer. It is a hypothetical situation because right now I don't know the answer. Okay, so I would reply over here, hypothetical situation. Répondre verb, conjugation. In the conditionnel, we take verb répondre, remove the E from the end, plus we add the ending AIS. So, je répondrai si je connaissais la réponse. So this one, verb répondre, if it was future, we would have not put this S. If it was imparfait, we would have first written répondons, removed ONS and then added AIS. So this R would not have been there. Without the R, this conjugation is of the imparfait. But over here, répondre is the stem of the verb in the future sample. So we take répondre only and then we put AIS as the ending of the verb. Right? Then je pense que tu vendrais facilement ta maison. Je pense que tu vendrais facilement ta maison. I think that you would sell your house easily. You would sell your house easily. So vendre verb, VENDRE, remove the E, we get the stem of the future sample, that is VENDR. Right? After that, when we put the ending of the imparfait, it is AIS with tu as well. Je and tu conjugation is same. So AIS as the ending, this becomes vendre. VENDRAIS. Tu vendrais facilement ta maison. So in case of future simple, AS is the ending. In case of imparfait, R will not be there in between D and AIS. So future simple form, vendra. Imparfait, vendée. Conditionnel présent, vendrez, with AIS as the ending. Then next one is il prendrait l'avion si l'on avait les moyens. He would take the plane if he could afford. If he could afford it. So he would take the plane. That means if he could afford it, that means this is a hypothetical situation. It is a wish maybe. But right now this situation is not true because right now he cannot take the plane. He would take if he could afford it. Right? So il prendrait, verb prendre in the conditionnel, verb prendre. The future simple radical, the stem of the verb is prendre, Prendr, plus we add the ending ait, so this becomes prendre. In case of future simple, this was prendra without the it over here because this ends only at a. In case of imparfait, prenons is the new form of the verb. With this, when we remove ons, we would add ait. So that had been prene. But over here it is prendre. So the conjugation is in the conditionnel présent. Il prendrait l'avion si l'on avait les moyens. Last one, nous ne boirions que de l'eau si nous étions raisonnables. So next is verb boire. Verb boire, again remove e from the verb. BOIR is left. After this, put IONS as the ending of the verb. IONS as the ending of the verb. So, nous ne boirions que. Future simple, boirons. I won't be there. This I over here won't be there in the conjugation, only ONS. And if it was imparfait, so nous buvons is the conjugation in the present tense. Remove ONS and then put the ending IONS. So, what we have discussed till now are the conjugations and the context in which the conditional is used. So, each one we will elaborate that what all cases the conditional is used. But first, just for a quick recap, the conditional tense is used in the case where we are talking about a hypothetical situation, a wish or a desire. So something that is not really happening, that is not the actual situation, but it is a hypothetical situation or it is a wish or a desire. Secondly, it translates to would or could in English. For example, if I were rich, I would travel. So I were rich, that means there is a condition over here. This is a hypothetical situation that if I were rich, I would travel. Second, if I won the lotto, I would buy a big house. So if I won, then I would buy. Again, there is a condition, there is a hypothetical situation, there is a wish or a desire, right? Then we came to the conjugation of the verb, which just now we have discussed in detail. That is, in the conditional tense, the verb is formed by taking stem of the future simple plus endings of the imperfect. So stem of future simple is in case of ER, IR verbs is same as the infinitive. For RE verbs, we just remove the E. Plus the imperfect endings which are AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ and AIENT. So these all examples what we have just now discussed. Je danserai, tu choisirais, il mangerait, nous aimerions, vous finiriez, il partirait. We take the stem of the future sample, that is the infinitive in these verbs because these are ER, IR verbs, plus endings of the imperfect. In case of DRE, RE verbs, we drop the E at the end of the infinitive. So répondre becomes répondre without E plus the imperfect ending. Vendre also without E plus the imperfect ending. Prendre without E, voir without E plus the imperfect endings. And also we have discussed how the verbs are different in each of the three tenses, that is future simple, imperfect and conditional présent. Right? Now, the verbs with the irregular stem in the future simple keep the same irregular stem in the conditional présent. So as we know that in the future sample there are irregular verbs also, like verb vouloir, like verb voir, savoir. These all are irregular verbs. So these verbs keep the same stem as of the future sample plus the imperfect endings. So like the first sentence which is written, Je voudrais une part de tarte aux pommes s'il vous plaît. I would like a slice of the apple tart, please. So, je voudrais is the conditional form of verb vouloir. In verb vouloir, future simple is voudr as the stem plus the endings ai, as, a, ons, ez, and ont. So here we take the same stem, that is voudr plus the imperfect endings. So here it is ais with je. Je voudrais une tarte aux pommes. I would like a slice of the apple tart. Voudrais, the stem of future sample is same over here plus ending of the imperfect. Then next one is si nous gagnions au loto, nous achèterions une maison au bord de la mer. If we won the lottery, we would buy a house by the sea. So, acheter verb, future sample. This is verb ashite with the accent on E. Same accent is maintained here also because we are taking the same stem as it is in the future sample. So verb ashite with the accent plus the ending IONS. Nous achèterions une maison au bord de la mer. If we won the lottery, we would buy a house by the sea. Then is vous sauriez qui est responsable si vous étiez jusqu'au bout. That you would know who is responsible if you would have stayed till the end. If you stayed till the end. So vous sauriez, savoir verb, the future sample stem of the verb is SAUR plus the endings. Here also we will take SAUR plus the endings with vous which is IEZ. So vous sauriez qui est responsable si vous étiez resté jusqu'au bout. Last one is il verrait mieux s'il n'y avait pas autant de bruit. Il verrait mieux s'il n'y avait pas autant de bruit. Verrait is the conjugation of verb voir, to see. So they would see better if wasn't so foggy. Verb voir in the future sample, the stem of the verb is VERR plus the endings. We keep the same stem VERR. Endings we add of the imperfect. So with il plural ending is AIENT. Il verrait mieux s'il n'y avait pas autant de bruit. Okay. So this was about the irregular verbs in the future sample which take the same stem and add the imperfect endings. Now verb avoir and être also are irregular. avoir and être. So with verb avoir, the future sample form is aure, AUR is the stem of the verb, and verb être, je serai, SER is the stem of the verb. So same stem over here also we will take AUR and SER and put the endings of the imperfect along with that. So first one, this becomes j'aurai because AUR is the stem of the verb. AIS is added, so this becomes j'aurai. Then tu aurais, AUR stem of the verb plus AIS as the ending. Il aurait, AUR plus AIT. Nous aurions, AUR plus IONS. Vous auriez, IEZ. Elles auraient, AIENT. So AUR is the stem of the verb with verb avoir, and plus we go on adding the endings. Then see verb être. Verb être with je, SER as the stem of the verb, AIS as the ending. Tu, SER stem of the verb, AIS ending. Il, SER, AIT. Nous serions, IONS. Vous seriez, IEZ. Il serait, AIENT. So je serai, tu serais, il serait, nous serions, vous seriez, il serait. Right? So these ones are the irregular verbs. Avoir, être, vouloir, acheter, savoir, voir. All these are the irregular verbs in the future sample. So we take the same stem in the conditionnel also, and along with that we add the endings of the imperfect. Now we come to the usage of the conditional. So one by one, let's see in what all cases do we use the conditional tense. First is to express a wish. To express a wish. So like we said that we use it in case of a hypothetical situation to express wish, desire. So over here first let's look at this one. We use the conditional with verbs like vouloir, aimer, adorer, or in expressions like ça me ferait plaisir ou ça serait bien de. So, example, j'aimerais sortir avec Victor. I would like to go out with Victor. Okay. So, j'aimerais sortir, I would like, that means we are expressing a wish. I would like. If this was in the present tense, j'aime sortir, this was the present tense. And j'aimerais sortir, if this was future, then we are talking about the future tense that I will go out with Victor. But I would like to go out with Victor, we are putting the verb aimer in the conditionnel présent because we are expressing the wish. Same way, we can also use verb vouloir, adorer to express our wish, or we can use an expression like ça me ferait plaisir or ça serait bien de plus the continuation of the sentence. So verbs vouloir, aimer, adorer are used in the conditional to express the wish. Then second one is to give advice. So like when we are suggesting something or when we are giving an advice to someone, we use the conditional tense. That is like il faudrait vous dépêcher si vous voulez une place. So we are saying that you should hurry up if you want a seat. Now this is an advice, it is a suggestion that you should hurry up. So over here, il faudrait vous dépêcher, we have put the verb falloir in the conditional tense. Il faudrait vous dépêcher. Because this is a like polite way of giving an advice or to suggest something. Then tu ne devrais pas t'habiller comme ça. Tu ne devrais pas t'habiller comme ça. You should not dress up like that. So you shouldn't wear that, you should not dress up like that. Verb devoir in the conditionnel because again this is also an advice or suggestion, instruction that you should not dress up like that. So verb devoir is coming in the conditional tense. On pourrait aller au ciné ce soir? A suggestion that could we go to the cinema this evening? So pouvoir verb in the conditionnel because again suggestion is given over here. So on pourrait aller verb pouvoir. Could we go to the cinema this evening? So in cases of giving advice, of giving suggestion, we use the conditional form because it is a politer way of giving an advice or suggestion. So like il faudrait vous dépêcher, if we say il faut vous dépêcher, so it is a strict order or instruction or command. But with il faudrait, with the conditional tense, it is a polite way of saying the same thing. Then like tu ne devrais pas t'habiller comme ça, if I say tu ne dois pas or il ne faut pas or n'habiller comme ça in the imperative. So this is again a polite way of giving the instruction. Tu ne devrais pas t'habiller comme ça. And last one, on pourrait aller au ciné ce soir. Could we go to the movies tonight? So instead of on peut, we are using on pourrait. So first case was to express a wish with verb vouloir, aimer, adorer, or the expressions. Second case is to give the advice. Then third one is to make a polite request. Like we use the conditional to make a request or suggestion in a polite way. Like pourriez-vous venir au tableau? Pourriez-vous venir au tableau means could you come to the board? Would you come to the board? Or I can also say pourriez-vous fermer la porte? Could you close the door? Right? So pouvoir verb over here is in the conditional because while we are making a request, we are putting it in a polite way by using the conditional tense of the verb. So pourriez-vous venir au tableau? Pourriez-vous fermer la porte? So verb pouvoir in the conditional tense to make a polite request. Then is to express a hypothetical situation or an action. So like if when we use the if clause to report the events, we are using the conditional tense after that. If clause, that is the C clause plus the imparfait, is the conditional present. Like si j'avais du temps, je dormirais. Si j'avais du temps, if I had time, I would sleep. So right now, that is not the situation. I don't have time right now. But if I had time, I would sleep. So C clause over here, there is C clause plus verb avoir in the imparfait. Si j'avais du temps, je dormirais. I would sleep. Then last one is to describe the future in the past. So what does this mean? That we are talking about the future from the point of view of the past. That means in the past, I spoke about an action that was to happen in the future. Like you see the example, Victor nous a dit qu'il arriverait tard. Victor told us that he would arrive late. So Victor told us, he's not telling right now, he told, that means it is already in the past. So in the past, he told that he would arrive late. Now, when he was saying that sentence, he was talking about the future, that he would arrive late. So we are talking about the future from the point of view of the past, right? We are talking about the future from the point of view of the past. That is why we use the verb in the conditional tense. Victor nous a dit qu'il arriverait tard. He would arrive late. Right? So what all cases where conditional is used? First is to express a wish. That is when we are expressing a wish, a desire, we are using verb vouloir, verb aimer, verb désirer, verb adorer. So we are expressing something as the wish. I would like to go out with Victor. I would want to go to France. So vouloir. Aimer, je voudrais visiter France. Aimer is given over here. J'aimerais sortir avec Victor. Adore also can be used. So this one to express a wish or a desire. Then second case is to give advice. To give advice or to give suggestion in a polite way. Like il faudrait vous dépêcher si vous voulez une place. So you should hurry up if you want to get a place, if you want to get a seat. So over here, verb falloir is put in the conditional because over here we are giving advice or suggestion. Then tu ne devrais pas t'habiller comme ça. You should not dress up like that. Again, we are giving an advice or suggestion that you shouldn't wear that, you shouldn't dress up like that. So verb devoir in the conditional. On pourrait aller au ciné ce soir. Verb pouvoir in the conditional. Could we go to the movies tonight? So could we over here verb pouvoir in the conditional because it is a suggestion, so we are using the conditional tense, right? Then is to make a polite request. To make a polite request, like pourriez-vous venir au tableau? Would you come to the board? So to make a polite request. And also the other example which I gave, like pourriez-vous fermer la porte? So could you close the door? Next one, to express a hypothetical or supposed action. Like, si j'avais du temps, je dormirais. Si j'avais du temps. So it's a hypothetical situation, like the one which we did earlier. Si j'avais de l'argent, if I had money, j'achèterais une grande maison. If I had money, I would buy a big house. Si j'étais riche, if I was rich, I would travel to France. Je voyagerai en France. So over here, si j'avais du temps, je dormirais. If I had time, I would sleep. So all these situations, what I'm saying, are not true, but it is a hypothetical situation that if I had money, I would buy a big house. If I was rich, I would travel to France. So all these are the hypothetical situations. Then last one is to describe the future in the past. To describe the future in the past. So that means when we are talking about the future from the perspective, from the point of view of the past. That is like Victor nous a dit qu'il arriverait tard. Victor told us that he would arrive late. So Victor told us in the past. He's not telling it right now. It's not the present tense. It is the past tense. He told us that he would arrive late. Now when he said he would arrive, he was talking about the future. So we are talking about the future from the point of view of the past. That's why verb arriver is put in the conditional present tense. Il arriverait tard. Right? So this completes the explanation of the topic le conditionnel présent, and what all we did for recap in today's class was the conjugation, the explanation, the situations where we are using the conditional tense. So all the situations that we have seen in detail to express wish, desire, make a polite request, give an advice, suggestion, hypothetical situation, etc. So this is used in these all cases, translates to would or could in English, and examples also with each of the condition we have seen the examples. Then the conjugation of the verbs, this also like we discussed in detail. ER, IR verbs take the stem of, like all the verbs take the stem of the future sample. But in case of ER, IR verbs, the stem is same as the infinitive. And the second part is to add the endings of the imperfect. So stem of the future sample plus ending of the imperfect. Like over here, MA is the stem of future sample, which is the infinitive, plus AIS, which is the ending of the imperfect. So AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT are the endings of the imperfect form of the verb, and the stem of the future sample is same as the infinitive in case of ER and IR verbs. So finir also, MA also, stem is the same, and in case of RE verbs, E is removed from the infinitive, which remains, the part which remains is the stem of the future sample as well as this one, plus the endings of the imperfect. So j'aimerais, tu aimerais, il elle aimerait, nous aimerions, vous aimeriez, il elles aimeraient. Je finirai, tu finirais, il elle finirait, nous finirions, vous finiriez, il elle finirait. Je vendrai, tu vendrais, il elle vendrait, nous vendrions, vous vendriez, il elle vendrait. So other examples also for the same thing that we saw over here, that ER, IR verbs take the stem as the infinitive and then we add the ending. So danserai, je danserai, tu choisirais, il mangerait, nous aimerions, vous finiriez, il partirait. Future sample stem plus the ending of the imperfect. Then DRE, RE verbs drop the E at the end of the infinitive and take the imperfect ending. So, je répondrai, tu vendrais, il prendrait, nous ne boirions pas. Irregular verbs take the same stem as the future sample, like verb vouloir will take VOUDR, voudrait. Nous achèterions, E with accent. Vous sauriez, SAUR. Il verrait, VERR. With verb avoir and être also, the stem is the same like in future samples. So AUR and SER. Usage to express a wish, to give advice, to express a polite request, to express a hypothetical action, to describe the future in the past. So all of these are the cases where we are using the conditional tense to express wish, desire, to talk about the future in the past, to give a situation, to give a suggestion, advice, and to make a polite request or a hypothetical action. Right. So over here, the target for today was to know about the conditional tense, the forms, usage, the conditions where it is used, and what all are the cases where we use and how we use the verbs in the conditional tense. Right. So, as I said in the beginning of the class, that if you are not subscribed for the Plus course as yet, so go to the Unacademy Learning app, take the subscription. There are many subscription plans available, and if you take the subscription for class 9, you get access to live classes of 10, 11, 12 free. So, you can see my code over here, Anika Live. Use that code for getting the discount, 10% discount, and for the additional benefits what I'm talking about here. And you can choose the plans of your choice to attend the live classes daily for all the subjects as per the schedule, right? So you would be able to attend the live classes. There are quiz, doubt solving classes, practice questions, exhaustive study material, and complete coverage of the syllabus in the live classes, right? So once you register yourself, you would be able to avail complete benefit of all these things by attending the classes, and you will be able to clear your doubts. You will be able to attend the classes in a much more regular way. You can practice more because there are, like I said, practice questions, worksheets, quiz, and all of that what we do in the live classes. And also, like over here, there is a career quest, which is a 2 days free summit to help the students in choosing the career path, which will be on 28, 29 November, and a 5-star project, which is to learn a new skill and apply it in the sessions by the creative icons. So this is on 22nd November at 9 a.m. Also, as I'm talking about the Plus subscription, you are eligible for the Creative Corner subscription also for free till 22nd November. In the Creative Corner, you would be able to learn about the doodling, Vedic maths, debating, public speaking, and lots of other things. So there are so many benefits of subscribing yourself to the Unacademy Plus course. So it is highly beneficial, highly recommended that you just go to the Unacademy Learning app and then subscribe yourself, register yourself for the desired course, right? So the batches for all the subjects are on, and you can just check the subscription details on the app, and then you can start attending the live classes. So thank you everyone for attending today's class. Hope to see you all in the further sessions as well and in the plus class also. So thank you, merci beaucoup, au revoir et à bientôt.